Yo, what's good, fam? It's your man Jay. I'm back with another episode of Evolutionary Comics, and if you've been to my channel before, welcome back. And this is your first time, come on in. Before we start, can you hit that like button? Nah, I ain't gonna say that because people always say that at the beginning, and I always be like, "How do I know if I like the video or not? How do I know if I'm into it or not?" And you don't until you watch the video. So let this in the beginning be a reminder that if you like the video, hit the like button before you leave. If you got some comments, please talk to me. Tell me something. Give me something to feed off of, and we can talk about it. And subscribe to the channel if you're really digging it. And even that, share it with your friends. Share it if you got friends that's in the comic books. Share it with them, and spread the word so we can get them numbers up. So that's what it is. Anyway, today is Memorial Day. Today is Monday, Memorial Day, 2025, and I hope everybody is having a great Memorial Day, a great start to your Memorial Day, and just remember what like they always say with Christmas. Remember what the day is about. Not just a cookout, but kind of remembering and memorializing the people that sacrificed their lives for this country, voluntarily and involuntarily. So, not to be political, so I'm gonna leave that alone. But anyway, so yeah, so celebrate that today. Actually, this episode is like a precursor to New Comic Book Day. So, New Comic Book Wednesday is coming up soon, and I see sometimes that people don't know what's coming out, and this is the purpose of me doing this video is to show you guys, or tell you guys what's coming out this week, what I'm picking up at least. That's what I really wanna get out to you. So, without further ado, let's get it. All right, so making this a quick show today. First, the first book that I'm going to be picking up is Avengers number 26. And with this one, it's crazy because remember that the Avengers are like they have this place called the Impossible City. If you've been reading the series and you've been keeping up with it, they have an Impossible City. It's kind of like their base of operations. They've graduated from Stark Towers and then the Avengers complex all the way up to the Impossible City. So, but the Impossible City has been taken over, and they don't all of them don't know it yet. So I think the only one that knows is the AI of the Impossible City and Sam Wilson. They're the only two that know. So it's been taken over by this new group. They just put themselves together. They're a bunch of old villains, but this is a new group, and they're the Masters of Evil. So this is how the Avengers are going to come back and take over the Impossible City and get control again, because the Impossible City, it was supposed to be impregnable, but all things. Anyway, with this one, I'm not going to be picking up the A cover. I'm actually going to be picking up this Alex Ross timeless variant of Black Goliath, a character that they haven't been doing anything with. For whatever reason, it's just like I know he died, but in Marvel, does any of the characters truly die? Do they stay dead? They're always finding a way to bring them back. But I'm gonna pick up the Alex Ross one, and then I want you guys to see this beautiful Alex Ross timeless Black Goliath sketch virgin variant. That's pretty dope. I thought that was pretty cool. It's a little closer shot of Black Goliath, but it's a 1 in 100, and I know that thing it's gonna be pricey. So I'm gonna leave that one alone. But I just want you guys to see it, and give you some options to pick it up if you choose to. All right. So the next book that I'm gonna be picking up is Batman Hush. This is actually it's Batman Hush, but it's still the ongoing Batman series. This is number 160, and this is being written by Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee. Jim Lee is one of my favorite guys. Not so much because I know the history of his art, but I know his history. And then I got to meet him before and put a picture up there of me and him doing the Run the Jewels thing. But yeah, so Jim Lee has become one of my favorite guys in comics, and this Batman Hush was his original series, but I haven't really, it hasn't taken hold to me yet. So this is like the second one of the series, I guess, second or third, but is it? I think it's the third part. I'm sorry, it may be the third part. Anyway, that shows that it hasn't really grabbed me. I didn't read the original Batman Hush series. I just know about the villain Hush. There is a new villain that's going to be in this one, and that villain's name is Silence. So, Hush, Silence. I don't know. That's pretty dope. To me, that's pretty dope. The thing that I've always loved about Batman, which Batman is not one of my favorite characters, but I have two short boxes full of Batman comics. And the thing that I love about the Batman series and Batman writing is I love the Rogues Gallery. I love all of the villains. And, like I said, I'm just learning about Hush and, the things. I think that's probably his, other than Joker, Hush has been the one that has owned him the most, I think. Not sure, I don't know Batman lore like that. But anyway, I'm going to show you guys a couple of different covers, and I'm thinking I'm gonna get the cover A because I'm just gonna keep it pretty simple. I'm digging the Gabriel Delato cover, the connecting variant. That's pretty dope. I also like the Inhook Lee Inhook, however you say his name. The 1 in 50, kind of digging that one. I also this Lee Bermejo. Those are two of my least favorite characters other than Wolverine, and that's a dope cover. That's to me that's the epitome of Batman. He always wished he was Superman. So that's a dope cover. But like I said, I think I'm gonna just stick with the regular cover A, or if I have a chance to get the Jim Lee the foil variant with the yellow background, I may grab that one too. So that's the next book that I'm gonna be picking up. Let's see, what else am I going to be picking? Sticking with DC, I don't know a whole lot about this character. A lot of people, a lot of blurs have talked about him, but Mr. Terrific and Mr. Terrific Year 1 is coming out. And I think I'm going to pick this one up and start learning more about the character. Michael Holt has been deemed, I think, like one of the top 3 smartest men in the entire DC universe. So, like I said, I don't know a whole lot. I got a couple covers of him already, but he's not well read, in my camp. We haven't dug into the character. That's mainly not so much because of the character itself. But it's more so that that I'm not a big DC guy, or I haven't been a big DC guy in the past. But and none of these covers actually wow me. There's none of them that like, oh yeah, that's a hell of a dope cover. So I don't know. I may end up just getting one of these covers. I like the cover A. The main cover is kind of cool. The Mitch Gerard cover with the red, that's a little bit better. And I don't know, that Evan Doc Shayna variant is cool. Kind of, with him looking into. I know those spears, I don't know exactly what they are. Like I said, because I'm not, as well read with Mr. Terrific. But I don't know. It has something to do with the story. And the Dennis Cowan's variant, the 1 in 25, that is probably going to be the one that I grab. Just simply because I'm a fan of Mr. Cowan, so he's a OG in the field of comics. He's a great artist. He's been there for a long time. If you don't know, he's I think he's one of the co-creators of Static. I'm not sure, but he's done a lot with Milestone, and then he's done a lot across the board. Period. But he's a great artist, and yeah, he's an OG. So like I said, I don't really know too much about this particular book that's coming out. It just says the secret origin of Summer's breakout superhero. Brilliant young inventor Michael Holt's life was destined for greatness. Yet everything screeched to a halt when his wife Paula and unborn son were killed in a car accident. The Holts once shared an ambitious dreams of using their technology to help others, but after the tragedy, Michael retreats from society and sells Holt Industries to a mysterious and craven tech billionaire, Athena Prescott. The domino effect of Michael's actions set off an explosive chain of events that take a not so ordinary man from the depths of despair to the heights of heroism. Meanwhile, in the present day, Mr. Terrific continues his research into what became in Mr. Terrific continues his research into what became of Darkseid after the events of the DC All-In Special, and comes to realize that his past and the present might be inextricably linked. Okay, so yeah, so anyway, all right, so the writer on this is going to be Mr. Al Letson. The artwork is Valentin Delandro and Edward Gauman, with the colorist being Marissa Louise and the letterer Lucas Gattoni. So yeah, so it's going to be interesting. It may, be one of those things, but that really grab you. So I'm gonna check it out. Like I say, he's a black character, somebody that I do want to know more about. So I'm gonna be picking that up as well. All right, so the next book that I'm going to be picking up, it's from Boom Studios, and this is from the brothers Shobo and Shaf Coker, and this is Bronze Faces #3, and this looks pretty good. I'm the thing that caught me and that I'm loving more so than the story. This honestly, it took a little while for in between the series for the stories to come out, the issues to come out. So I kind of get lost with so much other stuff that I've been reading. But I'm loving the A covers with the mask. But this one, I'm really digging the B cover, and it's by Janoy Lindsay, and it's cover B. And this cover, it kind of gives me like Salvador Dali type, a Salvador Dali type feel. So I'm really digging that cover. I really think that's artistic. But basically, what happened was these guys. Okay, so remember in Black Panther when Killmonger was in the museum and he was talking about the mask and how all of the African art was stolen from their original countries, from the African countries, and being sold by the Europeans. So this is one of those. This story is one of those what ifs, where some Africans decide to go and start taking stuff back. So that's pretty much the gist of it from the beginning. It gets deeper, and it's been a decent series. I haven't, like I said, I haven't been completely caught up in it, but I'm loving the covers, and we'll see where it goes. All right, so the next book that I'm going to be picking up, and I'm going to tell you that first issue really jumped out the gate, and this story is being written by one of the writers that has, to me and from my knowledge, has came on with a storm. And this is being written by Mr. Benjamin Percy. This is Predator vs. Spider-Man #2. That first issue was a banger. It was definitely good. That one right there caught you right off, and it was the right amount of intrigue, and then the violence, and Predator's doing what the Predator does. So we're gonna see how Peter Parker has to deal with this particular entity. So everybody's fighting these Predators. It's been Wolverine. It's been Black Panther. I don't know what happened in the Wolverine battle. I don't know how Wolverine fared with that one. I remember how Black Panther fared, and I think that I don't know. I would have liked to see some dominance, but it also gives credence to how powerful the Predators are. So we're gonna see how Spider-Man does with them, and right now it's not off to a good start for the home team. So anyway, I like cover A. That's a decent cover. I'm really digging that one. And I think cover A, real quick. Cover A is indicative of what's going to be happening in that particular story, from what I read in the first issue. And Cover B is probably going to be the one that I pick up. This is the Giuseppe Camincola variant. So I like that. I like, Spider-Man. And the thing about I think that I like the most is the fact that, he's in the sewer and he has that mud covering him. So if you remember in the original Predator movie, the way that Arnold was able to disguise himself to go invisible was using the cold mud to kind of take away his body temperature, so the Predator couldn't use his thermal to detect him. So I'm hoping that that's what's going on here. It looks pretty cool. I think that Ryan Stegman variant looks good. There's also a Ryan Stegman, the same cover that's also a Virgin cover, so that looks pretty dope. And then there's the Ed McGuinness 1 in 25 variant. I'm trying to stay away from ratio variants because those are the ones that the price starts to go up. So if it's not something major or by an artist that I'm really digging, then I'm gonna leave that alone. But yeah, this series has been really good. It's really like I say, it's really a bang. I'm gonna read the synopsis real quick. So Skinner's slaughter continues. I don't remember who Skinner is. Okay. The hottest day of the year has brought a blackout to New York, and a predator stalks the dark streets. A predator unlike any other. Okay, so the predator's name is Skinner. All right, Skinner has no clan or code, so no one is safe, including MJ, who finds herself trapped in a stalled subway train but deep beneath the city. Peter researches the bloody history of this new enemy while evading Detective LaPearl, and Craven begins his hunt for the ultimate hunter. So in the first issue, you saw that Craven, jumped on the scene, and other than Spider-Man, that's going to be a good matchup between Craven and the Predator. So yeah, definitely check this one out, and I'm excited for this one. All right, so speaking of Spider-Man, the next issue of Ultimate Spider-Man number 17 is coming out, and this one is being written by Jonathan Hickman, so it's dope. This one hasn't let me down so far. It's been, after 17 issues, I would guess not if I'm buying all 17. So it's been a really good series, and the whole Ultimate Universe has been good. I've been reading Ultimate Black Panther, as you know. That's my favorite one. That's been one of my favorite books that have been coming out each month. So I'm super excited about Ultimate Black Panther. Ultimate Spider-Man, the Ultimates, I'm kind of teetering on that one, but there's a couple other Ultimates, Ultimate X-Men, and I think Ultimate Wolverine. I haven't read those, but I've heard that they were decent, so we'll see what happens with that. But my favorite two are Ultimate Black Panther and this one, Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm gonna just pick up the cover A. I think these covers also haven't really wowed me. I do like the Ivan Talavera variant with MJ on the cover. I don't know, that just looks good. She's looking pretty good there. So, and I like the little touch with the little spider charm on it too. So we'll see what happens in this one. All right, so another book that I'm picking up that I've been super excited about, and I'm loving this particular series. This is one that I felt like I definitely need to do an individual video just based on this series, because I haven't heard anybody really talking about it. And it's from Image Comics, and this is Hyde Street number 6. And I love the covers. I'm loving the covers. The artwork is great on the inside, but the story is, I'm hooked, like a big ass shark with a giant hook in his mouth. I am hooked. So in this one, the manipulative Mr. X-Ray wants out of Hyde Street pronto. He's been trying to get out. So pretty much, basically, what this is these individuals who have done something to get stuck on Hyde Street, they have to give the scorekeeper 10,000 souls before they can get their freedom from Hyde Street. Other than that, they just stuck there. So anyway, there's a couple of different people. There's Planky, there's the Frankenstein monster. I can't remember her name, but Miss Glam or whatever, something like that. But this is Mr. X-Ray, and this one is like I was going to read. It says, the manipulative Mr. X-Ray wants out of Hyde Street pronto. The closer he gets to snatching 10,000 souls, the nearer his freedom. And he wants to up the count in a big way by capturing an entire theater full of poor saps who have found their way onto Hyde Street. But will one good soul ruin it all? So this, like I say, this has been really dope. It's by Jeff Johns. So this is being written by Jeff Johns, and this is part of his whole Ghost Machine imprint. And like I say, it's intriguing. It has me wrapped up. And each of the first couple of issues were introducing the different characters that are stuck on Hyde Street and their backstories. It's absolutely great. You guys definitely need to check this one out. Like I said, I'm loving the covers. I am probably going to pick up cover A, but I'm also kind of digging that Kyle Hotz variant, which is cover C. So and that has my favorite character out of all of them, peeking around the corner with Planky. So y'all definitely check this out. If you're into horror comics, this is definitely something that it's not just horror comics, but anything that's like is a little bit more violent, a little bit more adult orientated. You would definitely dig this. All right, and you know how they say save the best for last. So the last book that I'm going to be picking up is Bitterroot: The Next Movement, issue number 3, and this is written by Sanford Green, or it's written by Chuck Brown and David Walker. Artwork is by Sanford Green, and I've said it 1,000 times. Mr. Sanford Green is my favorite artist right now. I'm loving all of his work. I'm trying to collect all of his work, so that's a whole different task. And I got a long way to go, but I'm at least trying to get like some of the main blurred titles that are out there that I'm trying to get all of the covers that he's created with those books. But like I said, I'm gonna grab cover A. I'm digging this cover. I like how he has the sketch faces down at the bottom, and I forget which. And this is Blink on the cover, and yeah, so this is a really dope cover. I've been getting all the cover A's so far. I also want to get that Ian Bertram Legacy variant, and I like that. That's pretty dope. But I'm really digging the Brian Lee O'Malley 1 in 25. That may be the one that's a little bit more difficult to acquire because, like I said in my previous videos, the comic book shops that are close to me, they haven't been carrying Bitterroot at all. So I've basically had to put in my order for FOC. But nevertheless, I've reestablished, and made sure that they're going to be ordering these for me. But I don't think they're going to order 25 covers to get that 1 in 25 for me. But there's always my guy Sherrick. Shout out to Plant City Comics Cafe, which, by the way, they will be celebrating their first year anniversary on May 30th down in Plant City. So if you're in the area and you haven't been before, make sure you check it out. Go over there. If you have, definitely, go back over there because it's going to be a little celebration on May 30th. So definitely check my man out at Plant City Comics Cafe. But hopefully, if they get it, then I'll be able to call on my buddy Sherrick to put that aside for me. So yeah, so pretty much that is what your man Jay is going to be picking up this week on New Comic Book Day. And I'm excited about all of these titles. I'm excited to read all of them. Not so much as far as Batman Hush. I'm kind of on the fence with that one, but everything else, I'm interested to see where the story goes, especially Bitterroot and Hyde Street, but and definitely Predator and Spider-Man. Predator vs. Spider-Man, but also with Mr. Terrific, since I don't know a lot about his story. So we're gonna see. I'm trying to think of anything else that as far as covers go, I want to point out too, the Department of Truth is back. I don't know if any of you guys have been collecting that, but they have like a ton of covers out there, but there's a lot of different ones. It caught my attention for the new cover that's coming out. It's like somebody with the American flag over their face or whatever. But I also kind of went back and I looked at some of the other issues. And this one that's coming out is going to be Department of Truth number 30. But that number 27 caught my attention because I guess that's supposed to be Marilyn Monroe and John F. Kennedy you know, in the bed, and they got the American flag as covers. You know, that's how this book is. I haven't read it, so I can't tell you anything about it. But I heard that it's really good, and I do think I would count this as one of the series that I missed out on. So at some point in time, I am going to go back and get the trades just to catch up to see what it's all about. But you know, some of these covers are absolutely crazy, and if the covers are indicative of what the interior, what the writing is, yeah, it is definitely going to be something to pick up. So anyway, so yeah, so that's pretty much what I am picking up this week on New Comic Book Day, and I'm excited for it. This day after tomorrow, and it's not too far away. But I just wanted to do this video to give you guys like a little heads up going into it to see some of the things that may interest you. Yeah, so that's it. I hope you guys have a great Memorial Day. I hope you get some good barbecue, and you have a greater week. As always, yo, continue to evolve. It's your man Jay, and we're Evolutionary Comics. Peace.